The Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is a vital tool and a helpful media outlet for business enterprises to connect and to reach out to Filipino American consumers. For more information, go to www.lasvegasfrg.com or you can email at lasvegasfrg@gmail.com.
It's the ultimate guide to anything Filipino in Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show on PHLV Radio.
Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome back to the LVFRG Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide here at PHLV Radio. I am your host, Cirimille Paglinawan. Thanks for tuning in. If you are a first time tuner, you can tuner inner. If this is your first time tuning in, you can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, and on Amazon Fire TV. You can listen to us on the PHLV Radio app or get our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Okay, so happy April. I hope everyone's had a great start and nobody got tricked on April Fool's Day. I feel like things are starting to trickle down a little bit because I saw stuff on Instagram with Vegas and all these crazy posts of things that were happening, and then I realized it was April 1st. So hopefully no one fell victim to that. But in other news, April is also Filipino Food Month, which is very exciting. As you know, us Filipinos love our food. And so our guests today are here to talk about Las Vegas's very first involvement with the Filipino Food Month. And for those who don't know, Filipino Food Month is celebrated annually in April. It was established in 2018 and, to appreciate and preserve the Filipino culinary heritage and also recognize the contributions of farmers, fishermen, chefs, purveyors, and others in the culinary community. So today's guests, we have Tito Joel Enriquez, who is the president of the FACCGN, and we have Tita Magnolia, who is the owner of Truffles and Bacon and also chair for our exciting Las Vegas event. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Cirimille.
Thanks for coming on.
It's our pleasure.
Yes. So, Tito, you want to talk about a little, introduction for Filipino food movement?
But first and foremost, thank you for having us. It feels good to be here. It feels good to communicate with your audience, like what we're doing. As you said, April is observed as Filipino Food Month, and this is not just here in Las Vegas or the United States. It started in the Philippines.
Oh.
Couple of years back, actually it became a presidential proclamation that April is a celebration of Filipino culinary arts. And as we moved here in Las Vegas about over 10 years ago, and in that span of time we easily knew about Magnolia. Mm-hmm. And in our talks we had shared views about elevating Filipino
cuisines, yeah.
Yeah, let's get away from Filipino food being like just a turo style. Like there's really more to it than that.
Yeah.
And little did we know that this shared vision is also being dreamed of in other states.
In other states, yeah.
Actually, they started to get ahead of us. They started the Filipino food movement.
Okay.
Started in California, in San Francisco, and in LA, and then went to New York. And I believe there's
international too.
It's not just in the States.
Australia.
Okay. Wow,
yeah.
wow.
So we said, what is there not to like about being part of that? So we started our own program. We said, okay, in April we will do that. We will do this. We'll talk to about 10 chefs who share our vision, and we will celebrate, and we will schedule so people can go to their places. But then we met one of the founders of the Filipino food movement, Tita Pearl Parmalee.
Okay.
And, it's through her energy that we were able to sort of be part of the nationwide thing. So now it's not an organizational thing. We're not a chapter, but
Right.
we are collaborating with the Filipino food movement and celebrating at the same time. They have their own way of celebration.
Yeah.
We have ours. Ours focus on the use of a certain ingredient,
Okay.
the coconut.
We'll talk
which-
about that.
we'll talk about that, and yeah, that's how it started. And the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Nevada feels like this should be one of the programs that we should really be part of, because in the end, we want to support Filipino business.
Businesses, correct, yeah.
And we're here to put together restaurants, whether they're offering Filipino menus or not, but they are Filipino owned.
Oh, okay.
Whether they are with a chef or
with-
some of them don't operate with a chef at all.
Yeah.
Like they will be featuring a dish using coconut in whatever way.
Whatever
and
dish.
with that, I will throw it over to Magnolia because she's really the one who
Yeah.
has. We rely on her personal contact with other chefs and other restaurants, and she's the one really reaching out to them and telling them, come join us.
Yes, yes. As a business owner and restaurant owner yourself, right?
Yes, so a few years ago, they've always asked me to be part or head a committee, and I always like begged off committing. But I think, was it in January when we started planning this
this?
out, or
I
maybe
think so.
February when we
February.
started
Yeah.
planning this out, and they said, "Hey, we have a project, but we want your involvement." And I got scared.
A little worried, right?
I'm a little worried. Not because I'm not involved.
Right.
Believe me, I want to be involved, but it's just the time.
The
I
timing
want to
of
be
it,
able to
yeah.
commit.
Yes,
But when
yeah.
they told me what the vision was, the lights that just started
Yeah.
sparking.
You instantly knew that you wanted to be a part
Yes,
of it.
and then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, how can I say no?
Well, you know what's crazy is I can't believe Las Vegas hasn't done this
Done
yet. So
this.
when
That's
when we
right.
started talking and planning about this, I was like, oh, we never had a
Right.
Yeah,
and
that's
exactly
right.
what,
Yeah.
like 10 years ago when I
Yeah.
first met them.
Yeah.
Because we said, it's kind of a little sad that there's not a lot of restaurants that really highlight. When you go to the Philippines, they have so many nice restaurants.
Yeah.
That showcase what Filipino cooking is,
Cooking
the
is.
cuisine is.
Yeah.
And not to downgrade other places, but we don't really want to be known just for that. We want to
Right.
be known for other talents. And
Right.
this whole event, which we're kicking off in April, will really highlight Filipino and putting us in a global space,
space.
right? In global
Wow.
space. So the program is the Bahay Buko.
I love
not
that
Bahay
name.
Kubo, Bahay Buko.
I love that name.
And it's we have to give credit to Walbert Castillo
yes.
for coming up with that name. We are directed by the Philippine government to promote coconut, and what better way to showcase that
Yep.
by naming our event Bahay Buko.
Bahay Buko.
Yes, and Bahay Buko, the whole event will start. There's a kickoff. There's several events that we're doing.
Okay.
So there's a kickoff to introduce the restaurants and what the whole activity is. April 15, we have the kickoff as Truffles and Bacon.
Okay.
Where we're going to have it's a ticketed event.
Okay.
From 8 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to close the restaurant just for the people
just for the
who
event.
are
Okay.
going to come for the event. We're featuring 3 menu items. One that's specially created just for the event. Should I say it already?
I feel like we should
Yeah,
keep.
sure,
Oh,
go
I was gonna say. I feel like we should keep it a secret.
But anyway, so one of the items, the three, there's 3 menu items.
Okay.
And then 1 drink.
Oh,
So one drink. That's also coconut drink.
Okay, okay.
One is the ube French toast which it might not sound ube, but it has it's topped with makapuno.
Oh my gosh.
Right,
Yeah.
and then
That sounds good.
we also have, and then we have one savory item that's it's a breakfast tocino sandwich, but we're creating a vinegar aioli made with coconut vinegar.
Coconut vinegar.
Yes.
There you go.
Wow. I was
then,
wondering how you could.
Yeah.
And then one item is going to be called the bahay buko pancake.
Okay.
So it's a macadamia mochi pancake.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
sold.
we're putting in desiccated coconut on it, and then we're it has pandan whipped cream,
Okay.
and then it's going to be drizzled with coconut jam syrup.
Oh my gosh.
And then the drink that we're featuring is our buko pandan drink.
Okay. Oh, yes,
So we're all
everyone's
in
favorite.
theme. We're all in theme.
Yes, yeah.
And then so that's for the kickoff.
Okay.
They can purchase tickets, right?
Yes.
It's available to purchase.
It will
Okay.
be available
Online.
online.
Yeah.
And then for the week, the week from the 20th until the 28th, the 10 or so restaurants that are going to be featured.
Okay.
We will whoever registers, and this is the fun part, since we're part of the bigger movement, like
Right.
we're part of that organization, we're able to people who register through the Filipino Food Movement website,
Yeah.
they get a passport. So to all the places, so all the places that are part of the restaurant week, they show that. I think they're scanning it or they're sending the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the prizes that they can win is a drawing for 2 round-trip tickets to the Philippines.
Oh my god.
Isn't that great?
Maybe I'll have to enter again. No, I'm just kidding. That's so
of course.
awesome. Especially too because a little backside story. I've been to Truffles and Bacon, but I think I didn't connect the two until I went there to see you, right? So then I've had all of the dishes on your menu, right?
Well, there's a lot to
Really?
take
There's
off.
a lot. Oh, really? Yeah.
There's a
So when
lot
you're
more.
talking about to kick off everything, to have these new coconut menu,
Yes.
inspired menu dishes, it's really exciting, and I hope people are willing to come out and try and get tickets and stuff like that.
But we want people to get excited about
Yes.
our
Yeah.
food.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We have a lot of we've invited different kinds of restaurants. There's going to be the Manila barbecues joining. And,
okay.
so it's all different kinds of restaurants we
Yeah.
have. So Truffles and Bacon is one of them.
Yes.
There's also Full House Barbecue.
Okay.
We have
Max's.
Is it-
Max's Fried Chicken.
Oh, so I was gonna say,
Right.
is it mostly restaurants, or is it a little bit of mix of just desserts too? Or
We Cafe 86 is
Oh,
going to
okay,
be
okay,
joining.
there you go. So
we
it's
have
a little bit of
right. We
variety.
have a lot of
Yeah.
different kinds of restaurants because in the beginning we were like, first we were only limiting it to sit down
Yeah.
restaurants.
to sit down restaurants.
But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when Tita Pearl joined us, she said, you know what? Open it to everybody.
Yeah.
Because Filipino food, by its nature, really has a wide variety
It's
of
not
sorts.
just savory,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
everything. Yeah.
You can have-
Drinks,
Right.
There's
desserts.
street food. There's,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's street food,
There's
yeah.
mainstream, and then there's a
Right.
lot of
Then we even have Noi Pits, and
Yeah.
then
That's right, yeah.
who else do we have? We have
Was it hard to pick, to limit the
in the
restaurants,
beginning it was
or
a little difficult to pick.
yeah.
And then also there's some people hesitated because of the time
Okay,
involved.
right.
Yeah.
But when we told him, he said, even if you just feature having coconut juice,
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
already
in an
part of
elevated
it.
way or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah.
so they we're truffles were extra, so we have to create something.
something a little.
We're just
Yeah.
extra, but the other chefs, they don't have to create something.
Yeah.
But we just really, our aim is to promote Filipino restaurants.
restaurants.
And
yeah.
then put us in the map.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
We like and even if Historia,
Yes.
they don't have a restaurant,
yeah,
Right.
because
but they're
Pop-up.
gonna be pop up, which brings me to our culminating show.
Oh yes, okay.
That's the
finale.
exciting part.
Okay.
So we wrap it up. We have a kickoff, and then we have the actual
The
event,
week.
the
Yeah.
week, And then we have the culminating activity, which is a social event. We network. We put other vendors, not just restaurants.
restaurants.
We're gonna feature CMC, right?
That's right.
We love to support. We're always going to
That's
be there.
right.
That one is going to be on the 29th. It's a Monday night.
Yeah.
Okay, Monday night.
And it's it's a ticketed event. But as a way of us thanking the people who came in,
Yeah.
they're invited to taste different the feature items
Different
of
menus,
the different
yeah.
restaurants.
Okay.
So if you had
Yeah.
10 restaurants participating, we have 10 different items
Yeah.
that they can pick from.
You can just pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So it's going to be kind of like a street food style, like everyone's going to be lined up, or
Well,
how do you
like
do
a
that?
buffet.
Like a buffet style.
Right.
Okay.
But the chefs and the owners will be there to explain.
everything.
Yeah, what is it? What they are offering.
Wow.
And also on top of that, we have entertainment.
we have entertainers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
we have Sheila Kunishige
Konishigi, yes.
and Goldie Mabakiao.
Oh, okay.
They're making a duet,
Okay.
and
Oh,
guess what they're
excellent.
going to sing?
What is
Bahay
it?
Kubo.
Oh my God.
In-
But in
in-
rap,
it's gonna be
Is it in
a-
rap?
It's gonna be jazz.
Oh, jazz.
Jazz version.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a musical arranger working now for
To
the
work with
arrangement.
them,
It's going to
yeah.
be arranged in a jazzy, very jazzy kind of
Wow.
way.
See?
So we
Again,
included
even
that coconut feel in every element, from
Right.
the food to the entertainment, right?
Yes.
That would be cool.
Because we're all nuts.
Yeah, I know. We're all nuts. I love
That's
it.
right.
That would be cool if
Yeah.
I could figure out a way to put it in the Filipinianas and Barong. Coconut weaving or something. I don't know how well that would work, but
Yeah. Well, you don't have to, but
You know how those like they have those little, when I was growing up, the
Yeah.
little coconut shells.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
have
Right.
those. I
The
used to
coconut
make that
shell.
into bags.
Really?
Yeah.
oh,
That'd
you
be
cut them into pieces and
No,
join
well,
them.
you
Yeah.
buy them, and then there's like a nylon thread that
You thread it through.
Yeah, and then
okay.
that was part of our
Yeah.
in grade school. That's part of your like home
Yeah, that's right.
economics.
Yeah,
that's
all
awesome.
the reason why with the selection for coconut as the
Coconut came
ingredient
about.
is justified because in the Philippines we call it the tree of life.
Right.
All the parts are used.
Right.
For,
Nothing
for-
is wasted.
And everything's
right?
connected, yeah.
For lumber, for handicrafts, like what you
Right.
said.
Yeah. That's one thing I learned too when I went to the Philippines for the first time. We are very resourceful with, and like anything that we use for food, every part, every piece is used in some way.
Yeah,
That-
but
that's
back
right.
then when
Yeah.
recycling wasn't
Yeah.
a
It
thing,
wasn't
they
a
were
thing.
already
But they were
recycling.
doing it
Yeah, and
naturally,
that's so
yeah.
cool because it shows that you can really use every part for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Right.
the leaves, they like weave it
Yeah.
into
That's
anything,
right.
like a basket,
Anything, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or even when I went there, they use the leaves as plates.
Yes.
So they so they don't have to be wasteful with
Which
plastic
reminds
and
me,
stuff like
when I
that.
was working in the Philippines, in Design Center Philippines with a foreign consultant, a
Yeah.
foreign designer. And his observation was, wow, here in the Philippines, if they cannot eat it, they weave it.
They will. That's a good observation.
Right.
If they cannot eat it, they
Can
weave
we
it.
coin
Yeah.
that?
That's
You
right.
can't eat it,
that.
weave it.
I love
Yeah.
And Tito, kind of to go on the business side of things.
Yes.
So you were in charge of helping curate Vegas Fab last year. Was there any similarities or differences with planning a food geared
In
event?
some ways, this is easier because
Okay.
we are dealing with a particular industry.
Yeah.
And an industry that we really love,
Yeah.
and we want to see it grow and prosper. Our involvement is because as a business chamber, of course, the bottom line is we want to hear the restaurant owners say, yeah, during the week our traffic increased by 20% or
Right.
so,
Yes.
something like that. It's really supporting the business, and we
Yeah.
think this is the best way. And this is also something, the parallel between Vegas Pub and this is something that we can do annually.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it can grow. I mean, there's really no limit to its growth.
The planning
growth,
stage
yeah.
is like when we first started, and this was our mistake in the beginning, was like because it's not for lack of experience, but
Right.
because there's nothing to reference it yet, you know, right?
Right.
So we were planning a little small. So the venue we were looking at
was smaller.
Oh my God, really small.
Menu was not as big. Restaurants.
And then like the restaurants, we were limiting ourselves. And then after that, we were like, wait.
Yeah.
Well,
we should go bigger.
We were like, oh.
Yeah.
And then we realized, hey, if we have 10 restaurants and if they brought in 10,
Yeah.
that's already a handful. That's a lot of people already, right?
Yeah.
So we started thinking bigger.
Yeah.
So, but we still scale down a little bit because we still want it to be successful and have enough time to plan.
And special.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you want to give those restaurants that are involved, you know, their own special moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which brings me to Historia, although
Yes.
they don't have a
Physical store,
physical
Restaurant.
so we can't really highlight them.
Right.
They will be there,
During the
featuring.
culminating
They
night,
will be part of the
finale?
food at the
Okay.
culminating social.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
because it's something that they don't have the physical store, but since we're there physically, they can be there.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And so, to go over the tickets again, do you buy a ticket for each event, or you?
Yes.
It's mostly-
for the kickoff event starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Tickets would be available online.
Okay.
And we can accept payments via Zelle or Eventbrite.
Okay.
And even Venmo. For the week itself, they would be paying directly to the restaurant.
The restaurant.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
So you have a choice of picking whatever food you want to consume, and then just
And then
pay
you just
directly
pay
to
it
the
there.
restaurants.
Okay.
We're not in any way part of that.
Okay.
But in the culminating night, which by the way we are calling Bahay Buko Socials,
Okay.
another wordplay by Walbert. The tickets will also be available the same way as the
first
kickoff.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then first event is just for our viewers. The first event is at Truffles and Bacon.
Truffles and Bacon, April 15th.
April 15th, and then the week-long one will be at
At the restaurants that are
the
featured.
restaurants, okay.
Their own
Yes,
restaurants.
there's
Okay.
different restaurants that are going to be highlighted.
And then
But
the
each restaurant would be in their counter. There would be a standee saying that they
Right,
are
so that they can
participating.
scan,
Yeah, so
showing that they've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then part of the global reach of the Filipino food movement,
Yes.
which is the bigger.
yeah.
They have the passport.
That's
Yeah.
what you were talking
They have
about.
to
yeah.
register online
Okay.
so that they can get the passport. I think they can either print the passport or
Directly.
they can also do it
Yeah.
just online.
Just digitally.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that they can be part of that the raffle.
The
Wow,
drawing.
that's so
yeah.
cool.
Yes. I'm sure we're also going to have our own
your own raffle, yeah.
During
Yes.
the Baibuko social.
Yes.
That's
We're
right.
going to have
And that Bahay Buko social is going to be at a venue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a special venue at the Assembly,
Oh yes,
At
at
the
the
Uncommons.
Uncommons. Okay.
Yes.
and it is in the street called
Rosita.
Rosita Lee Avenue.
Hi, Manang
And
Rosita.
Manang Rosita herself will be there.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so it's gonna be a fun outdoor,
Well, the venue is
outdoor,
nice.
indoor,
It's
outdoor.
combined indoor-outdoor.
Okay.
It's a very new venue. We were happy when we did an inspection because the facilities, not apart from being new, they really have excellent amenities.
Amenities, yeah.
And the courtyard garden is really nice.
Yeah.
And inside is well insulated. You can do presentations and the entertainment inside.
Wow, this is so exciting.
It's nice because it's different. You know,
Yeah.
we're so used to having ballrooms.
Yes,
and
I was gonna say it's
well,
always in the
Yeah.
casinos. and
this
yes,
group, they're always like thinking out of the
out
box.
of the box.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to
Out of the kitchen.
I know out of the kitchen. There you go.
Yeah.
Using their coconuts.
Yeah.
So then,
or because they're coconut.
yeah, like Tita Magnolia said, we're all nuts. And then, is there a website? You said Eventbrite, right? Or they can reach
Yeah.
out to you both directly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we're going to be
The
sending it out, and
the
we're gonna have it on.
FACCGN website and also FACCGN Facebook page.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So facebook.com// FACCGN or faccgn.org.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, correct. Okay. I really really hope everybody can attend because, like we said, this is the very first Filipino food movement here in Las Vegas, and we would love to continue to do this annually.
This is just the start.
This is just the start.
The
For next year, when we do it again, is it going to be a different ingredient? Is that the plan?
I think this is a directive from the Philippine
From the
government, so we
Philippines.
just follow whatever the Philippine government.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, this just so that they get the bigger picture.
Yes, go ahead.
This is also sanctioned by the DTI,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
Department of
Department
Trade
of-
and Industry
Yeah.
of the Philippines.
Wow.
The Philippine Consulate.
Yes, I saw that.
Right.
That's amazing.
So it gives the whole event real good credibility and backing
and meaning.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not just doing this just to eat. We're we're
right.
doing
And
it.
you know, it's really our thrust is to promote Philippines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Philippines, like you said, Filipino chefs, businesses help promote that to
Yeah.
preserve our culture,
Yeah.
which we're all about. You know me, I love being proud of where I am from. So
I know it's like not just because we live in the U.S.
Yes.
we can't contribute to something greater,
yes,
right?
That's
I
right.
agree.
And we
Yeah.
want to highlight the talents of the Philippines.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and from the economics point of view, like Department of Trade and Industry says, if you can promote the ingredients and there are more and more restaurants and homes using these ingredients, then it also helps a healthier export market from the Philippines.
Oh, right.
Like we really think this is part of a bigger thrust to promote
Coconuts, yeah.
and then there will be other ingredients after that because we're really known for as a source for ingredients.
For ingredients,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is so exciting. Do you have any last words before we close out the show?
Well, we're very excited, and I hope everybody they're all excited
Yes.
with us
Yes.
and rally with all the different restaurants.
Yes,
Yeah.
bring your friends, bring your family. If you're
That's right.
visiting Vegas, this month,
Yes.
please come
Yeah.
check us out.
And during the week, try to bring a friend to a new restaurant.
To a new restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always something about, you find those hole-in-the-wall restaurants or brand new restaurants,
Right.
and then you end up
Yeah.
becoming a regular there.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's
yeah.
that's what we want to do, right?
And this is the only time that what happens in Vegas stays in
Stays in
Vegas.
Vegas.
Please
Yes.
don't let it stay in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And use your coconut.
And use your coconut always.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tito
Thank
Joel
you.
and Tita Magnolia, for being our guests
Thank
today. We hope, this is our invitation to you all to attend Bahay Buko starting on April 15th at Truffles and Bacon. And we hope to see you the rest of the month at these events and finale on April 29th at the Uncommons. This is Cirimille signing off. We'll see you again next Thursday at 6 p.m. Have a great evening and good night.
The Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is a vital tool and a helpful media outlet for business enterprises to connect and to reach out to Filipino American consumers. For more information, go to www.lasvegasfrg.com or you can email at lasvegasfrg@gmail.com.